Hi guys, today I'm gonna do my November TBR. So my October went really well and I read all of the books that were on my TBR except for one, which if you've been watching both my TBR and my wrap up, you already know which book I didn't read, and with I can't even talk about it. And with that, which book I will mention again in this TBR and mention probably until the end of my days if I don't fucking read it soon. Anyway, I have some good plans for November, but let's get this fucking sucker out of the way first. My first book on my November TBR is The Blood Print. If you don't know why I'm making such a fuss about it, be glad, okay? It's just that I need to read this book. It's an arc. I need to read it. I don't want to read it. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't want to read it at the moment. But maybe November will make me change my opinion on it. Maybe November will make me get into some more like high fantasy because it's actually gonna be winter. Currently, I'm very much into the historical fantasy kind of stuff. Yeah, but maybe that book even is like that. I wouldn't know, because I never even tried picking it up. Anyway, it's on my TBR again, and I just hope it's not in my December TBR, because that would mean that I have read it. But if I don't read it in November, it will be on my December TBR, guys. I'm not doing this to torture you. I'm doing this to torture me, okay? Okay, let's move on. Then I want to read The Becoming of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin. Now, this book was on my TBR anyway, because I was really excited for it. Yeah, it's one of my most anticipated releases. And then I ended up getting a fucking arc of it. What? I got an arc of The Becoming of Noah Shaw? I mean, I thought Warcross was a big thing, but I almost feel like that one is even bigger. Because like apparently Simon & Schuster, it's hard to get arcs from them. I'm excited, okay, I'm excited. It's probably gonna be my next read. Honestly, by the time this video comes out, I might have already read it. Then I also want to read Ever the Brave by Erin Somerville. I got an arc of this a couple of months ago, but I didn't want to pick it up too early because this comes out in December. And so now I'm finally picking it up. If I don't get to it, that's really annoying because I got approved for this arc like a couple of months ago. So I should be ready to roll with a review a week before release. I can do it. I can do it. I believe in myself. I'm excited about this one. Even though I didn't love the first book in this duology, there is a lot of potential for the second one. So yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be good. Then I want to read Three Sides of a Heart. This is an anthology all about love triangles. I talked a little bit about this in my ebook and arc haul, so I'm not gonna say too much about it, but this also comes out in December, so I want to read it in November and be ready. And I kind of want to take my time a little bit because I'm not the biggest fan of anthologies, so I just want to try and start it as early as possible in November so that I can slowly make my way through it and just, you know, maybe read a short story every few days so that, you know, I don't have to rush through it like 2 weeks before release. Then I have The Love Song of Soya, Belle by Evan Gale. I'm pretty sure I also mentioned this in my ebook and arc haul. This is an arc that I got approved for, I think in August or September, a couple of days before the release. I am really excited about it and it is really short, so I want to try and read this month, even though it is a contemporary. And November is not really contemporary month for me, but I just want to get to it and it sounds super promising. So yeah, that's on my TBR as well. Same goes for Like Water by Rebecca Potos. This is a book that came out in September that I also got approved for just a couple of days before the release. It's also contemporary, so not really something that I would normally read in November, but I think it might be a sad contemporary, so it might work. Or not sad, but like mellow. Like, I don't think the atmosphere is like happy, let's have fun. I think the atmosphere is gonna be like atmospheric. But yeah, I just want to get to it. I think this is another really short one, so I don't think it should be a problem to get through it. And finally, I have another really, really exciting arc that I got approved of just a couple of days ago, and that is Chainbreaker by Tara Sim. This is the second book in the Timekeeper trilogy, and I read Timekeeper last October and fucking loved it. It was one of my favorite books of the year, and Chainbreaker should have come out, I think, November, but it's been pushed back to January, which obviously that is fine, but you know, I was anticipating an arc of this in like August, like since August, I've been kind of looking to get an arc of it. And then, you know, Tara Sim kind of announced that, you know, it would only be released in January, which, as I said, is fine. She just needed more time for the book. And I was also kind of expecting it just from following her on Twitter. I was thinking, oh, is this really gonna come out on time? But yeah, now I have an arc of it. I'm so excited. I just cannot wait. Apparently it expands the world a lot more, has more world building and more of the mythology. I'm excited but scared about how the main relationship is gonna develop, because that one was good, but I think there's gonna be lots of angst in it, so I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a good one. I have a lot of faith in Tara Sim, and I feel very blessed that I got an arc of this. So this is everything that I want to read in November. Let me know some of your plans for November, any specific genres that you kind of want to read for in November, because, you know, now that October is over and all of you read your spooky, scary stuff, are you planning to read something completely different? Or maybe some of you are not done with your October TBR and just try to put all of the spooky reads until November. I think it's fine. I think you can still read spooky books in November. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!